Hello, and welcome to what should be the last episode of Brilliant Pagoda or Haze Castle. This episode is going to be a bit different because this episode is going to involve the extra stage. And I did a previous recording where I tried to play through the extra stage and just commentate like normal. And after almost an hour of me replaying over and over again and losing to Senri, I realized that that's just not going to work. So I stopped that recording and just continued to play until I got where I needed to be and got some replays. So what I'm going to do this episode is I'm just going to commentate over the replays that I did. So we got 3 replays here. We got the one where I fought AG. I can't remember the dude's name, but I just call him Senri. One with Yago, and a third one called No. Because, spoiler alert, X plus Alpha didn't go too great, but you know, I'll get on more to that later. So go ahead and start the first replay now. So yeah, don't really know what to say here because you know these stages. Yeah, I really don't like this stage. Because, I've said it many times before, I don't really like the stages in this game, and this stage is just the same thing, if not a little bit worse. I think there's probably, like, higher chances of getting bad stuff, but it just goes on forever. And, not gonna lie, having to go through this stage over and over and over again every time I screwed up a boss got really draining. And it's one of the many reasons that I decided to do this instead of doing a proper recording, because, you know, like, aside from the obvious stuff of, like, if I don't record, I'll play a bit better, so it'll take less long. There's also the fact that, like, my commentary got, not bad, because, like, I haven't been, like, that vulgar in this game when doing commentary. I think I might have said a couple bad words, but most of the bad words are like from the game's dialogue itself. But yeah, after having to do this stage over and over again for like almost an hour, I got pretty angry, and nobody wants to hear that. So, doing this instead, where I am in a good mood because I'm not having to play the game. I am watching previous me play the game. So, yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and talk about that third replay. So yeah, that third replay, it got to the extra alpha part, and it was the farthest I managed to get after like a while. Like you'll see when the level difference goes up. I go from like level 300 something to level 400 something. It's how many times I attempted that extra stage. And I eventually got to a point. Because if you didn't know, there's 3 you have to beat 3 final bosses. You have to beat 3 bosses in a row in order to beat that. And after a lot of tries, I managed to beat the second one. And then I got to the third one. And then I dodged like 1 attack. And then I saw that they had 7 spell cards. And then I died. And then I decided that yeah, that was it. I'm not doing this anymore. And like, I might, if this extra stage, it's like a normal extra stage, where I could, like, just memorize it and be able to just basically breeze through it every time, I might try, might have tried to do it until I could actually beat it, but, like, having to do this extra stage over and over again, like, it took a while for me to just get past Xeno A, because that person has 2 timeout spells for really no reason, and I eventually beat them. And I knew there was a second final boss. I didn't know there was a third one, so that came as a surprise to me because I finally beat the second final boss, and then the third one showed up, and like, and this is my fault. I was expecting the game to give me extra lives, and the reason I expected that is because back when I played the third game, that game also had an extra plus alpha stage. And, I got extra lives after I beat Tenkai. And, like, thinking back to it, I think the reason that happened was because I think extra lives are determined by score in that game. So I got a bunch of score and then got extra lives from that. So the game doesn't give you extra lives for free, which is what I thought happened. But just, you got it from score, and this game doesn't give you extra lives from score, so yeah, I was expecting extra lives for like wrong reasons, then I didn't get them. And then the game was like, alright, you just beat 2 bosses, here's another one, they got 7 cards, good luck. I started with a timeout spell, that was great. But yeah, I don't want to do it anymore. Like, even yesterday I was thinking of maybe doing it some more, but then I was like, I was waking up this morning, I was like, do I really want to play this game anymore? I really don't. Like, I'm sorry. There are a lot of things I like about this game. Like, but just, these stages are physically draining. Like, having to play this stage over and over again, because I played the stage for like at least like 4 hours yesterday. Probably more like 4 hours just attempting to beat the neutral route. If you compare, like, if you like add up just the stage in general, having to do the other 2 routes, that's probably at least 5. Funny thing is, like, 0.1 of that was Yago, because I actually beat Yago my first try, which was a bit funny. Henry took a couple tries, but they weren't that bad. I'll talk more about Senri when we get to him. But, yeah, Xeno A took forever. And then, you know, I've never properly fought Surabami, because, you know, I did the easy extra one when I played the first game. So, you know, I sort of vaguely remembered some of their attacks. But I still lost plenty of lives, to where when the third final boss showed up out of nowhere, I really had nothing to do with that. Really had nothing to do there. I guess part of the reason why I don't really want to do this is because I'm pretty sure I did pretty good on Xeno A on that run where I got that for. It's not mattering anyway, because there's another boss after that. And then there's another boss after that. It's just like, I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna make me go through that much boss fight, I just don't want to do the stage over and over again. So I just didn't. And that's that. But I guess I'll get more there when we get there. This stage takes so long. It's making me run out of things to talk about, but hopefully I will think of more things to talk about later. But until then, there are 2 more cells until Senri shows up. 1 more. I don't know why there was a trumpet sound there. I thought the trumpet sound showed up when there was supposed to be good things happening. I don't see anything good there. Yep. These extra stages sure are something. So I did record dialogue. I did record me reading the dialogue of the starting conversation, so I'm going to probably edit that in now. Something doesn't feel quite right. Yeah, something is weird. What's the weird thing? Maybe we should consider the possibility, just for now. Hello? I'm asking what the weird thing is. Something weird, at any rate. It's fine. Might just be my imagination. It's not fine with Shion over here. Oh man! Oh man! Oh man! What's this? Who's there? Hey, you guys, you're like those guys, right? I went out of whatever this is, so I'm praying we're not those guys. You're the Senri Shrine's head priest, aren't you? Yeah, we're the guys. Yes, indeedy. Aw man, you're the real deal. This is the freaking coolest. What's this weirdo saying? See, I wanted no part of this. I could tell just from the atmosphere. I'm, you know, one of those, you know, like, you know, a fan. Yeah, that. You got a good eye, don't you? guess if it's basic vocabulary, you can even read people's minds. Aren't I awesome? So, like, could you give me your guys' cards? Excuse me. The name's Haze Senri. I'm a spell collector. Senri, do you have some connection to our shrine too? Well, guess you could say that. Flying is bad, you know. It's real bad. Oh, heck, you got me. Well, my name is pronounced Senri, but the kanji are different. Aha, you checked out the shrine because you had the same name, and somewhere along the way you became a fan? I guess pretty much. Lying. Bad. Aw, heck, again? Nothing gets past you, does it? What part was a lie? Well, I sorta changed my name after becoming a fan? Wow, rupee much? But I figured if I took the exact same name, I'd be a nuisance to the Senri people, so, you know, what a model fan you are. You sure about that? So, like, what's it gonna be? About what? Your spell cards. Give me them, please. Oh, right, that whole thing. What do you want them for? Well, you see, I am a spell collector, so, to the point, please. I just want them. Super straightforward. It's nice that you're honest. I mean, alright, but you sure aren't getting them for free. Oh, I see. That's Senri for you. If you want something, take it with your own strength. No, I meant like discussing prices. Here I go! Alright, welcome back. So, I also recorded ending dialogue, so I'll put that in when I'm done with this fight. So yeah, this fight, the old Hage's gimmick here is that, not sure about their non-spells, but their spells at least. Every single one of them is a rip-off, if not a complete one-to-one recreation of a spell card from a Touhou game. And I'm still not sure of this, but I think most of them, it might be all of them, but at least most of them are spell cards from extra stage bosses. And the thing about that is, I've actually only beaten 2 extra stage bosses, which are, you know, the ones from 18 and 17, which were made after this game, so that helped me none. So even though this theoretically shouldn't have been that bad, it kind of was, because I'm not actually used to any of these attacks. Ripple of about 500 or so years, that's still a funny name. Even after playing this, I still don't recognize some of these. There's this one which is Flandre's, they have one later on that's Suiko's, they have Fujiyama Volcano, they have one that's Ron's, or Yukari's. I honestly can't remember if Yukari has that same exact attack or not. And, yeah. Ron is actually the only extra stage boss that I've actually attempted to beat that was made before this game came out. So the only spell card they did that I was somewhat familiar with was the one that Ron had. Which I even said in the recording that if, like, unless they have Shikigami Shin or some other spell card of Ron's whose name I can't remember, it's not going to help much. And they ended up having one. Although it still ended up taking me a while to do because, like, I forgot how to do it. So yeah. I don't think now that I remember it, I don't think all of them are on extra stage spells, because I remember one of them might have already happened because I wasn't really paying attention. I think one of them is Yukiko's. But yeah. Dog, monkey, human laser, right. This is something, I think this is something Yukari has? Don't remember. Like, these names are pretty on the nose, so if I actually remembered spell card names, I'd be able to, like, recognize what they're parroting. But, like, man, spell card names, that is something I am not good at remembering. I can probably list the number of spell card names I remember on one hand. And I can't remember what those are right now. Yep. This is the thing that Ron has. Yeah, I think even this run, I wasn't, like, actually figuring out what was going on. I, like, just kind of figured it out at some point. Still got hit a bajillion times, though. Yep. basically. You can get hit a bajillion times. I finally figured out that, like, the red cards show up when the red one goes, and the blue cards show up when the blue one goes. So, pretty simple stuff. But I still get hit a bajillion times, but that's okay, because I ended up beating it anyway. Man, this fight is only halfway over. I forgot how long this fight was. I feel like these non-spells are also ripped off from something, but, you know, I can't remember. My memory do be pretty bad. Astronomical killing art. Yep. Don't remember what this is, or know what this is, really. This is something that someone used at some point, but I probably never did it. I don't know why this is more than halfway into the fight. This is, oh, I guess it does come back, but, they're kind of dead before it matters, doesn't it? Don't know why that attack was so far. Yeah, this is Kaguya. This is Kaguya's, isn't it? I think? Yeah, this is definitely something Kaguya had. I recognize something. What do you do? Played how many Touhou games this year? I can't remember anything. I guess you have Royal Treasure. I guess that's your clue. Next up, Kaguya's spell card. Yeah, I feel like I've seen this somewhere. Like, I've seen people play all the extra stages, but, like, I don't remember. And then Fuji-san Volcano. Yep, yep, never done Fujiwara Volcano before in my entire life, and boy, can you tell. This is a absolute train wreck, but it's okay, because I have 3 extra lives. Yep. I just do not understand what's even going on at all. I'm just face tanking and bombing through the whole thing. What am I even supposed to do there? I don't know. Yep, and here's the thing that Touhou has. Like, I remember people calling this, like, super demarcation. Because it's like just that one thing that Lumia has. But turned up to 11. I say, but it's really not much of anything, is it? Probably gets a lot worse, but they're kind of melting because, you know, that's what happens when you have a bunch of damage upgrades. I have a timeout spell because every single boss gets a timeout spell. It's required. Whose timeout spell is this? I don't know, because I'm bad at remembering things. Doesn't look familiar to me, though. It's called Origin Card. Yep, don't really know what that's wording. Got the cards flowing around them. It's very nice animation, isn't it? Yep. This is a card. An origin card. Mysterious. I got hit like 5 times there, and that was a face tank and a half. Yeah, so I also did ending dialogue, so I will put that in right about now. Yep, that's the Senri I know. Okay, try to listen to what people are saying, first off. They just came out swinging. Shion here sure got a fright. Well, I guess I'll head home now. You're leaving? What did you even come here to do? Oh, could I have your autograph, please? Don't ask for it like it's a store receipt. Are they, like, really a fan? Excuse me, I'm just about the only one you'll find who collects the first-generation Senri Priest ink brushes. Oh, I think I'll help myself to that. I shouldn't have said that! Alright, there we go. We're not going to replay the replay again. This time we are going to move on to Pagoda, which I did immediately after that, and actually did on my first try, which was, you know, nice, I guess. Might have lasted another hour of attempts if I didn't do that. Who knows? Of course, you gotta go through this boring stage yet again. And, you know, I could skip right through it, but you know, if I had to suffer through this, you know, I could just sit back and watch my suffering again. Yeah, you can actually, you beat Xeno A, but you don't beat the bosses after them. You can buy their upgrade, and their upgrade, or I remember what it does is it lowers the chance of, like, higher enemy, like, higher difficulty stage portions. You know, that made the extra stage just, you know, slightly less awful. But, like I think I've said before, even when this stage isn't terrible, it's still extremely boring. And I think this might be my least favorite formation in the entire game. The one where they turn into squares and then some shoot lasers at you and some shoot bullets at you. Just, I don't like it. But it's okay, because I don't have to deal with it anymore. There was one thing to talk about when it comes to this game is I find the way the story is in this game is kind of weird because like so I did the farthest left route, the farthest right route, and I kind of like I tried to do the Shrine Team. It's this many parts in, I still haven't bothered to figure out what those routes are called. I think it's called like the Pagoda route and the Haze route or something. I don't know. But like, I ended up failing in the Shrine Team. I ended up doing as Fumikado. And it's like, I haven't read the dialogue from the other teams, but just basing it off what I read there, it seems like this weird situation where those routes were kind of written for those characters. And then like, so it seems like the plot itself was more like centered around Fumikado's team, but then you unlock the true neutral route and then Suzumi shows up, and it's like the game realizes that wait, the Shrine Team is supposed to be the protagonists, so then like Suzumi's whole thing is kind of based around Shrine Team. And that's why I picked the characters that I did, because yeah, I knew a few things about Suzumi before I played this game just because of the weird roundabout way I went about going through this franchise where like I started listening to the music and I read comment sections that had spoilers in it. And then when I was playing through the games, I like read through character profiles. That those character profiles happen to spoil things from this game. And that's one thing though. Now that I've finally finished up with this game, I can actually continue on to read other stuff relating to this game. There's one thing though, like. I am surprised at how, like, how interested, just like, I don't know. I ended up liking the characters in this series a lot more than I thought I would. It's like, I've gone back and read the character profiles for every character in the series up to the third one, and like, I've been known about Touhou for like, what, 8 years now? I've never gone and read a character profile for any character in that series. I figured I would have, I just never cared enough. I don't know. That's what makes me, I don't know, a bit sad again. I guess about this game is because, like, I like a lot of things about this game. Like the characters, the music, the character writing. It's, you know, varies in quality, but, you know, when it's funny, it's funny. When the rare moments it tries to be serious, I found myself semi-invested. It's just like the gameplay itself. It's like, boss fights are fine most of the time, if you're not named Kinemitsu. But, it's the stages make me not want to play the game, and that makes me a bit disappointed, because I'd like to like this game, I really do, but I can't do it anymore. So, probably not going to play this game again. And it seems like there's like other stuff to unlock after you beat the extra stage, because there's still a bunch of other options that I don't have yet. Those like arcade mode, I have no idea what that is. It might be fun, it might not, I don't know. I'll never find out. Because I'm not doing the extra stage anymore. And I have to talk so much because this stage just goes on and on, but I'm not forwarding. Just to really show how needlessly long this stage is. Like, I haven't even timed it, but this is longer than a normal extra stage. It has to be. And if not, it's just that boring to where it feels like it is. Yeah, I haven't gone back and timed it. I'll have to do that. I'll have to, like, add together all the videos, lengths, recording lengths, and then add that together. Add, like, an hour and a half or so from back when I played this, weeks before I started recording this. And that'll be how long I spent just trying to unlock this extra stage. That I didn't end up beating anyway, but, you know, at least I tried. At least I tried. I went through all the effort. Like I say, if I wasn't recording these, I probably would have given up before unlocking the extra stage, because it was just... it went on for a while. Especially, there were some episodes. There were the one episode where I recorded for 3 days straight. I was just very much done with this game. I made a compilation of that video, so I'll probably end up uploading on the same day, just because there were parts of it that I thought were funny. Alright, so I'm gonna edit in the, me reading this dialogue, and it's gonna be a bit awkward because of the way I did it. I basically had to record it, and then record me reading the recording, and it was really awkward, but, you know, it required a lot of stopping. But, you know, I tried to do it. Tried. So, yep, I will cut to that now. It's just me. What's wrong? No, it's nothing. You guys have been acting kind of weird since a while back. No, no way. What's the big idea, saying ominous stuff like that? You're just trying to make Shion upset, aren't you? What? No, jeez. Ominous sounding words. Always tend to have something more to them. Who are you? Oh, my humble apologies. I went and interrupted your conversation there. Yes, okay, but who are you? Oh, even humbler apologies. Now I'm introducing myself late. What's your name? Yago Amitsukuna. Yago Amitsukuna. Amitsukana. I can read words. Just doing my business as a lowly god of blacksmithing. A god, huh? gods of this land sure like to dress plainly. Huh? You don't look very surprised. Are gods, like, super awesome or something? Well, yeah, I can't get more amazing than that. Are you really a god? Yes, I keep telling you. Do you want to see my ID card and everything? Do gods even have identification cards? Well, yeah, gotta have some way to prove you're a god from time to time, after all. Like now. Oh, if you're a god, won't everyone believe in you if you just make some super cool miracle happen? That used to be enough back in the day. Nowadays people don't believe me. Real tough times we're having. There's plenty of humans and yokai stronger than gods running around and all. I wonder if Shion's stronger than a god too. Want to try it out with this one? Oh, good idea. I was just thinking I wanted to know how strong you folks were too. Why's that? If you beat me, I'll tell you. I'm not sure if the rules here are convenient or just a pain. Depends on who's using them. Have you folks managed to get the hang of it yet? Is Shion finally going to become a god? If you turn into one, we'll see you up in our shrine. You're not going to worship me? Same difference. The new Senri priests, eh? About time to see whether y'all are as strong as the rumors say. Let's give you a little test. Alright, welcome back, I guess. The dialogue is still going. Dialogue. We've now already seen. Yeah, this character kind of is like the odd one out here. The only extra stage boss that isn't in some way related to the Senri people. Or maybe they are, I don't know. I don't know the character's lore because I haven't read it yet, but they don't seem to talk about it in the conversation. They do have that mask though. Mask that Kokoro also has. Are they related? Probably not. It's probably just a coincidence. Yeah, so I don't really remember much of anything about this boss because I did it in one try, because I monkeyed through it. The theme, though, is pretty good. Yeah, the way they've got their arm situated back there, that's not comfortable. Try to take your right arm and like completely put it at an angle like that, and imagine when he's holding it, like you can't put your arm straight. Your arm can't be straight when it's doing that. It's gotta go bent. So, like, I don't think either their arm is like really bent and you just can't tell by the angle, or like their arm is broken. Or like they can twist their arm to impossible angles because they're a god. Look at that. I'm not gonna do that anymore. Yeah, there's no idea what was going on here, but things weren't hitting me until they were. Yeah, I don't know how I'm even supposed to tell what to do here. But spell cards are done, so there you go. Yeah, the non-spells aren't really all that bad. Then you have the best part of the song coming in right here. Yep, it's pretty good. I think his track is pretty good. I wonder, they've got the whole patch over their eye thing. They're missing an eye. I wonder if there's deep lore behind that or not. Also, yeah, their leg looks really stupid. Like, really dumb. They've got like a some sort of cannon or like a gun on their foot, but it just looks like tinfoil. Yeah. But you know, just because a character looks dumb doesn't mean it's necessarily bad. I mean, Tsugumi, that's one of the dumbest character designs I've ever seen in my entire life. Because they're one of my favorite characters, so it just works, I guess. Although it does help that they stopped riding a giant eggplant and started riding a flying pumpkin instead. Now, I was wondering this, and I never did check, like, recheck, but did Tsugumi even have, like, the weird bat wings in the third game? Because I don't think they did. I think that was an addition to this game, just to go with the fact that they're on a flying pumpkin. Yeah. Speaking of Tsugumi, they were like the first character that I actually tried to give like a stupid voice to. And then after them, it became pretty apparent that the only stupid voices I know how to do are just various degrees of terrible southern accents. Like, no. Oh no. It's easier for Southerner to do a terrible southern accent than, I don't know, try to do a different accent that could end up being really bad. Like, imagine if I tried to do like really bad like Italian or Russian accent. Like, nobody wants to hear me do that, so you just get various degrees of crappy southern accents. So, you know, there's no one there to get upset. There's no one getting upset other than myself. So I can't even do a proper version of my own accent. Yeah, I really hated this spell, and I had no real idea what was going on. I got hit a lot. Because, yeah, what was the person's name? Gaia? Something like that? They also had attack like this. But this is just way worse. The spear just comes at you the whole time. Yeah, like, it's fine here, but then I think the spear comes at you again. Maybe it doesn't, I don't remember. Memory of this is pretty bad, only once. And the series really likes slashes, don't they? Yeah, this is the part that's like really bad. It's like I need to dodge things, but there's a giant spear in front of me. Yeah, these slashy things, they really like them. But I guess that kind of makes sense. There's like so many characters that carry a weapon in this series. Yeah, and then they did this. And not big. Yeah, then that happened, right? Yeah, this was kind of a mess. Like, it didn't start out that bad, but there were slashes, and I was just confused and puzzled about what was going on. Wow, I actually barely won this, didn't I? Look at my health bar. I did not remember this being that close. Well, I guess it was. Just barely won that there, huh? If I get hit one more time with a big attack, it would have been over. Alright, so I guess I'll go ahead and edit the ending dialogue in now. Yep, that's a passing score, alright. Huzzah. Alright. Is Shion a god now? Or, no, gods aren't something you turn into just by being strong. I mean, that kind of figures. Aw, that's so lame. This is quite a relief, though. Seems like Mugenri's still in safe hands. Are you worried for Mugenri's future or something? Guess you could say that. What a nice person. That kinda seems like a lie. Are they kinda lying? Well, the former Genri part might have been a little inaccurate. Was it really? It doesn't matter all that much anyway. It's fine if you don't want to talk. I'm not interested either. Shion is interested, though. those of Sunri are sure to find out about it eventually. No need to be hasty. Shion isn't exactly someone from Senri, though. He and Subakura aren't Senri people either, you know? Well, time will come eventually. But when that'll be, nobody knows. Not even the gods know. Being a god and all, ain't all it's cracked up to be after all. Alright, welcome back again. Yep. They, like, allude to something in a future game, which may or may not ever come to fruition ever again. I guess that is one thing. Like, one thing I found out when I was first, like, looked into this series, I was under the assumption that it was kind of dead. Because I thought, you know, there hadn't been a game since 2016, which was this one. But, yeah, I found out later, not only was there, like, a game came out this year. So, that's nice. Not gonna be able to play it, though, because it's like a mobile game that I don't think's been translated. And it's also, like, not of this genre, so I don't even know if I'd want to play it. I might just, like, read a translation of the story later. I guess it is nice to know that this is very much not a dead franchise. It's still going. There's even, like, another game in the works that's supposed to be a prequel. Which, you know, that's exciting, I guess. Alright, here we have it. The last recording. No, look at that. Level jump. Level 367 to 459. That's how many times I died. And got points to spend on upgrades. Yep. Now we go straight for the last time. Yeah, we're about to fight Xenoite here in a minute, so I guess I could talk about them for a bit. And one thing I want to talk about is that their wings, which you'll see later, they look really stupid. And, like, I didn't actually know they were a part of their character design for a while, because, like, the first time I saw their character was just, like, a screenshot from the game. And from the way it looked like what I was seeing was, like, part of the background. And I think I've seen art of the character, too, and it's like, people don't draw those because, you know, why would you want to? So I had no idea it was part of the character, part of the actual character's, art. And I'd find out before, I think I, like, saw the picture on the wiki or something, and it's just, like, just made me ask, what am I even looking at? Like, well, it reminds me, it's like they've got, like, it reminds me of a turkey, you know? It's a turkey made out of, like, whatever the heck they were made out of. Just looks silly. Well, I guess like I was saying earlier, just because something looks silly doesn't mean it necessarily looks bad. I'm just personally not a fan of it. Anyway, here is Saragamaru, a character who showed up criminally low in this game. I think I said this before, would have preferred if Saragamaru was a playable character instead of Kuroji's, you know, not Kuroji 1 and not Kuroji 2. I don't know, I like Howoka a bit more now. I guess. We got Cherno wings and stuff. But the third one, I don't know. They just exist. They're the third one. They're a really annoying stage 2 boss. They wear like a raincoat or something. Yeah, they could have stayed home. Could have been Kuroji, Fuoka, and Saragamaru. I feel like that would have been a more interesting trio to watch. Like Saragamaru, I think I ran into Saragamaru once. It's because the way this game's set up, like, there's so many routes in this game, so you almost never go into the very middle, unless you're doing like the very like close routes, or the one in the very middle, so you're very rarely gonna show up into. You're like almost never gonna run into the stage 5 boss of the neutral route, and you're very rarely gonna run into the stage 4 character of the neutral route. So like I went to the neutral route and fought the stage 4 boss like twice, maybe 3 times. And Marvel only showed up once. They do have a timeout spell though, which is kind of annoying, but you know, it's not unreasonable, because one also had a timeout spell, for some reason. They don't have it on easy though, found that out recently. UFO on easy to try to move my character to the beat of the music, only to find out later that that Windows Recorder does not like UFO, and it made the entire recording out of sync, so it looks like I don't know how to. It makes all my movements look weird and backwards, but that video was probably released like a while back at this point, so sets a hint on how far back these are recorded. In a weird way I record things, and the timeline in which I upload, because you know, you don't want to upload more than one thing on the same day most of the time. I think I'm gonna upload that one compilation video I did on the same day as the video was a compilation of, just because I don't want it to mess with the schedule I've got going. If I change my schedule to, like, instead of being an upload every day, to, like, back to an upload every 2 days like it used to be, I could probably, I'm good, like, at least a month of storage here. I haven't done a cover video. I haven't tried to attempt to make a cover video in like a week. Definitely not like my winter break of last year. When I made my winter break of last year, I made so many of those, and I had enough to where I basically had a backlog for like 2 months. But now, I don't know. The enthusiasm isn't there right now. I don't know what to play. Need to be inspired or something, I guess. I haven't been talking for that long. I mean, it's been 40 minutes, plus the fact that I did the voices before I started this recording. But my voice is starting to feel it. I'm not entirely sure why. I mean, I recorded for like 3.5 hours or something that one day where I did 3 recordings in a row. Maybe I'm talking more. I don't know, I feel like I need to talk more, because I'm not actually playing the game, so I don't have that as an excuse to not say anything. Again, not much to say. I guess, like, you can probably tell, like, I haven't been paying too much attention. Of course, I say it's one of the worst formations in the entire game, but, like, what I've been running into has not been that bad, because I have Xenoa's upgrade all the way up, which lowers the chance of having high-level things happen to you. You also have, you know, Suzumi's upgrade, where there's a lessened chance for extra stuff to show up, which does also, I'm pretty sure, also affects positive things, but literally the only positive thing that you get from here, I'm pretty sure, is an extend, and that's, like, really rare, so it's not worth keeping it. It's worth just buying the upgrade and dealing with a less chance of having to deal with stupid stuff during the stage. Alright, so I guess I'll go ahead and edit in me reading the dialogue right now. Episode. What? Suzumi didn't come to McGinry, and we haven't run into them, right? What? We totally did. Just now. Did you forget again? Huh? Who was that? Did I let my guard down? Did they trick us? What do you mean? They've gotta still be nearby. Let's search. What do you mean? My, you finally arrived. ... Exclamation point. Seems like it's taken you quite a while to get here. Who are you? It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Xenoa. That's so. Sorry, but for once we're really busy right now. If you want to fight, feel free to come back later. Oh no, I'm afraid that won't do. Huh? My legs aren't moving. Wow, they aren't. That's so funny. What did you do? Oh, don't you worry. It's no big deal. I just set the probability of you running away to 0. Not sure I get what you're saying. You can manipulate probabilities? What wonderful analytical ability. Just as expected of a Senri head priest, I suppose. Whoopsie. They know who we are and everything. It doesn't seem like you're just some lunatic we ran into by chance. Who exactly are you, Xenoa? I'm nothing more than a humble casino dealer with a slight connection to the previous head priest, that's all. A casino dealer who manipulates probability. That sounds useful in a lot of ways. Why, yes. I don't have to use any tricks or gimmicks, after all. So you're a con artist. Yeah, they're super shady. Now, why don't we hop to it and begin the battle? What? I don't know what Surabami's little parting gift tastes like. The sooner the better. I've got no flavor, no odor, and no additives or artificial sweeteners. Being flavorless is itself a flavor, and very deeply interesting one at that. Yep. Okay, that's gone. Look, like natural airheads aren't Mugenri's only homegrown products. Looks like natural airheads aren't Mugenri's only homegrown products. You did come here after receiving my provocation, didn't you? Provocation. A vacation for professionals? Provocation? Got no idea. What are you talking about? I see. That blasted Shikigami. They must have kept quiet about it on purpose. What do you mean? You've got a lot of nerve, Jinbe. Sending the priest out to me without telling them anything? Seems like little Shikigami messed something up. Maybe they gave us some support. In that case, though, the most harm, or rather, the only harm, would fall on you three here. A little bastard. They flip things around on us with super rotary coil speed. Well, it seems like Jinbe is as harsh on the head priest as ever then. So you were saying you had some connection with Senri, or the previous priest, more specifically? Surabami Senri, the previous priest, was the one and only opponent who made me feel real terror. Ooh, sounds awesome. That said, though, I still never lost a single fight. So you were rivals with the old priest, then? Yes, and when I heard that Surabami had left Mugenri, I grieved from the bottom of my heart. Must be real sad to lose your playmate. But at the same time, I heard rumors of you two, and was slightly cheered up. Bad news travel, yep, that's gone too. Haha, 1,000 leagues, like Senri. I am deeply interested in the three of you, incredibly so. Yeah, you like that, don't you? Bah, everyone in this place is a nuisance, honestly. Now, no more dilly-dallying. Let's finish this quickly. Looks like we still can't run and all, so I guess we got no choice but to fight. Yep, we can't waste time with people like this right now. Let's get this done. 3-on-1, we're totally gonna thrash them. Now, can the three of you quench my thirst? Alright, welcome back again. Yeah, I regret mashing through this so fast, because it made problems for me when I tried to read it. I ended up skipping some stuff. Yep, here's Xenoa. What a name. Got really stupid looking wings. That's what I think those are. One thing that's always been like it's just weird about these franchises like this, where every single character can fly, so it's like, what's the point of wings? Like, if you can fly without having to exert any physical effort, why would you want wings? Like, it requires effort to use wings to fly. Like, it's gonna tire you out. So it's like, like, I get that there's some instances where I guess it makes you faster. But sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just like they have wings because it looks cool, I guess. Even though, like, realistically, you wouldn't, if you can fly without using your wings, you'd do that. Because, like, moving your wings around, that requires, like, effort. It's gonna get exhausting after a while. It's like that scene from the Bee Movie. The lady asks, "Why don't you fly around all the time?" And Barry B. Benson, in his ever expanding wit, is just like, "Well, why don't you run around all the time?" It's just like, wow, good point. Anyway, this is Xenoa. I have a feeling that there's probably a lot of RNG in this fight, given this character, but like, I wasn't really paying attention. I think what each of those dices does is actually completely random. Oh yeah, this card thing, I hate it. I hate it so much. This might be one of my least favorite, like, types of things to dodge ever. Those stupid rotating cards. Yeah, having to do this fight over and over again. Funny thing, like, this is actually the first time I'm listening to their theme in the game, because the entirety of when I was trying to beat the extra stage for, like, the middle route, I wasn't listening to the game audio. I was listening to Germa's House Flipper stream, and got through, like, the rest of it, because it went on for that long. It was like 4 hours left of that stream, and I went through the entire thing. And then I think I listened to Vinny play some Lethal Company for like an hour or so before I finally just stopped playing this. But yeah, at no point was I actually listening to the game audio while trying to do this, because I did not want to listen to the same thing over and over again. Especially since, you know, the stage theme, which goes on for like 15 minutes, it's, I don't know, not exactly what I'd prefer to be listening to for 15 minutes. Yeah, this spell's a mess. It's just like, just a bunch of stuff just thrown at you. It's a lot of this fight, really. And there are some more dice being thrown around. Yeah, I don't get this attack either. I think if it's like, sometimes they bounce up and sometimes they just go to the ground, and I think it's based on what they land on, what the dice lands on, which, you know, makes it RNG vomit, but whatever. And this attack really isn't that bad, but I still got hit by it quite a lot. Yeah, this attack really isn't that bad either, but I screwed it up a lot. This isn't even the worst part. This isn't the one where they throw cards yet. That one's just this, but worse. Okay. Okay, so it's a number. It was a complete coincidence that we started with 666. Okay, yep. Alright then, that's not foreboding at all. I sure hope Xenoa doesn't start bleeding hyper-realistic eyes. Start having bleeding hyper-realistic eyes or anything. That sure be. Now I'm wondering, do creepypastas exist of this series? I've gotta know. There's gotta be at least one. Because, like, there aren't even that many Touhou creepypastas, and that series is a lot more popular, so I gotta know. There's gotta be at least one. It's gotta be. And someone out there has to have written a Len'en creepypasta. I'm sure it's great. Anyway, this is their first timeout spell, because they have 2 timeout spells for some ungodly reason. Also, yeah, I haven't mentioned yet that, I don't know, there seems to be a bug where, like, I always deal that set amount of damage, like, at the beginning of the fight, because of, I guess, the combination of the upgrades and the shot just makes the game go oopsie for a bit, so even though it's a timeout spell, they've got some damage. That happened a lot for a bunch of spells, because I noticed that, like, even for spells that aren't timeouts, there's like an amount of time where you're not allowed to damage them. You would always, like, damage them a little bit to that small spot, just because there's the same bug that happens where they always lose that much HP at the beginning of each attack. No idea why that happens, but it does. And there's this attack. I don't like this attack. But you know, it could have been worse, because the last time the game split the screen like this was in Yabusabe's attack in the third game. Despite them being a stage 3 boss, that might still be the worst spell I've ever seen in this entire series. Still. Because, you know, even this game really likes to do a bunch of stupid stuff like reversing your controls, at least that only happens in the stages. But, for some reason, during that boss fight, they were like, you know, let's just reverse your controls and then, like, have the screen be split in two and just all kinds of stuff that I never want to see again for the rest of my life. Yep, I'm getting hit a bajillion times over here. I don't know what's going on with this spell. Like, look at this. There's barely any room to even... This part was you just hope you don't get hit, and then I didn't. And this. Why is this a thing? I have to go cross-eyed to just even look at this. Let alone play it. Like, yeah, this is terrible. Yeah. I guess I'll go ahead and edit in the dialogue now. Ah, that was so much fun! Well, good for you and all that. Perfectly fitting for Surabami's parting gift. Honestly, that was wonderful. I'm still weirdly unsatisfied, though. My apologies. It'd be a bit of a problem if I broke you now, so can't unleash my full strength. You were going easy on us after all. With this, I have so much more fun to look forward to. Although I'd rather never do that again. Ah, don't be like that. Why not have another match right now? I bet you can go for hours. You sure about that phrasing? I mean, it's technically correct. They've got to be watching from somewhere. Where are they? What's wrong? Subakura's been acting weird for a while. Yabusabe, my and Shion's memories have been tampered with. Ah, hi, Suzumi. What's all this about? One of our acquaintances can manipulate memories. We've had some memories erased by them just now. There's really someone like that around? Yabusabe's the only one who Suzumi's ability doesn't work on, but it seems like you and I got affected. So neither of you remember having fought them? Fought Suzumi. Ah! Ah! What is it, Shion? I remembered what was with them. Looks like it's still possible to remember if there's some trigger for it. Oh me, oh my, oh mine. I heard some loud voices all of a sudden. What? And who do we have here but the present Senri head priest? It's been a long time. Surabami. Looks like you've become quite accustomed to this world. Above all else, it's good to see you're doing well. No way, I thought you went outside. Who's this person? It's the previous head priest. Huh? This is them? Nice to meet you. Who is this kid exactly? I'm Shion. You. Why are you here? I couldn't exactly get the results I wanted out there, so I came on back. By the way, why did you go outside, Surabami? Let's say it's a secret. Is that so? I somehow think not, oh great predecessor. Oh, are you going to get the answer out of me by brute force? You want to go? No, let's not. Huh? Why, though? I've got no interest in battles I can't win. Seems like you finally understand how to survive here in this world. What do you mean? That it's real scary when you lose. Ah, because they've got to listen to the order afterward. Yeah, and we've got no idea what they'll make us do this time. By the way, if Surabami is back, does that mean our role here is over? I suppose it does. From now on, I will return to my role as priest. Which means you can go back to the outside world too, right? Ah, so Subakura and Yabasabe are going to go back outside? What should we do? Our life here was pretty nice too, you know. Even if we decide to live here permanently, it would be a good idea to make the trip back at least once. So, are you gonna have to leave for a while? Oh no, don't you worry, they're not going back outside. Yay! However, there will certainly be a farewell. What do you mean? Thought so. Didn't you ever wonder, if the last generation's head priest is still here, where did their predecessor go? Oh yeah, they're not around. Did that person leave for the outside world too? When a new priest assumes office, the previous one no longer serves any purpose. No purpose? La France pairs? I see. Surely you understand now. You're already done with... Is this maybe a really bad situation? A really bad one, yep. I did have quite a bad feeling about this. Be at ease. Victory or loss will be decided with cards, so you still have a chance to win too. Yeah, but weren't you going easy on us when we last fought? It's 3 versus 1 this time, right? That should make it about fair. Thanks for lowering the bar, I guess. The way I see it, I definitely want Subakura's soul, but it's way more delicious if they're alive. All we have to do is win, right? Right, if you want to survive, that is. What do we get in exchange if we win? I'll give you your freedom. You can leave if you like, and you can stay here if you like. So we gotta win no matter what. Let's take this nice and slow then. After all, there's no guaranteed reward this time. Stingy as ever, I see. What do you mean? I mean, it's over for you. Here and now. Welcome back. That was probably very long, because I probably included both the ending dialogue here and the starting dialogue the next fight, because they're right after each other. He's just gonna be here. See me go through the dialogue. That's probably gonna be in the compilation right there. Oh yeah, I haven't mentioned it in this video. I mentioned it in the previous recording that's not being uploaded. But, I don't know if I'm gonna end up uploading that after this, or uploading it before it, because I get impatient when I upload it, but I've been editing, like, a compilation of the dialogue in this game that, you know, I thought was something, I guess. Ranges from what I put in that. Some stuff I thought was funny, some stuff I thought was stupid. And, yep. Not quite done with that. Not quite done editing that yet, because I haven't added together the stuff from this part, but it's already almost like 30 minutes long, so it's going to be over 30 minutes long when I'm done editing it. What? No. So, yep. This is totally Surabami. Look at them. That's them. They showed up. Wow. Look at them. Aren't they coolio? It's totally them. Yep. Not then suspicious here. But then it makes you wonder, what did happen to the previous priest? Who knows? Probably dead, because it seems like every single priest is a human, so they probably just, like, get old and die. Or get killed by someone else. No purpose. La France pears. Yep. That's one of those, I have literally no idea what's even going on in this conversation anymore. That happens a lot with these two characters. They'll just say something, and I don't even know what they're trying to say, but they said it. I can only imagine how much more of that there would have been if I would have played these three for more than 3 parts before playing as someone else. Yeah, I don't know. Like, there are characters I like in the series. Don't know if the protagonists are among them. It's like, I don't know. Yeah, with Yabusabe, it's like, you ever seen that that gif of Koishi where she's got like her eyes are swirling? It's called shrimp fry. I think that pretty much, I think that sums up Yabusabe as a character pretty well. They just say words, and then sometimes, most of the time, they don't make any sense. I guess that's fine for a joke character, but they're like the main character of this series, technically. Because, not really, but like they're one of them. That's a lot to give, that's a lot of dialogue that amounts to this character says random things. And Subakura, I don't know. They got like interesting lore to them, I guess, but they never really say anything all that interesting. They're kind of just like the smart person who is lazy. It's like, I don't know. That conversation that happens with Suzumi at the end of the neutral round is like one of the few times where I've read Subakura's dialogue and actually like found the character endearing. Most of the time it's just like, yep, that's Subakura. Look at him. They say one-liners and don't really care about what's happening. And they just kind of deal with Yabusabe's randomness in a very nonchalant way, because they're used to it. Anyways, boss fight. Yeah, I never really properly fought Surabami, because like I did the easy extra in the first game. I haven't fought him since then. So I don't really remember any of the things they have. And of course I don't have like most of their attacks in this game, but still. And I think before this run, the farthest I'd gotten was like the second spell or something. So yeah. Did a lot better this run. Only for the game to tell me, yep, doesn't really matter, buddy, because there's a whole other boss fight for you to do. And I was like, you know what, game? You win. That was that. And I did not do that properly. I should have went faster. It's okay. Because I'm still alive. Yeah, this attack, I have, like, no idea what's happening. Like, what's happening in this part? I don't understand. Like, there's stuff on the bottom of the screen that just kind of, like, shoots at you and aims at you. Like, I don't understand. Alright then, I guess I will edit in me reading the last bit of dialogue in this whole game right now. Huh, this sure is tough. We can probably win at this rate, though. Huh? You morons! You're so dumb, Subakura. You. Ah, the one from earlier. I freaking tricked you, dumbass! Huh? So it wasn't Surabaya? Wait, not even Yawasabe could tell? Oh, whoops. Guess I slipped up a bit. You're really good at disguises. Is it your hobby or something? So, memory manipulation isn't all you can do. Aw, crap. They've caught on. Should have thought twice about deactivating the ability in front of Yawasabe. They even smelled like Surabami. 100%. That wasn't just some disguise. Meh, whatever. That just means I gotta wipe you guys out nice and quick. But, hey, does this mean Subakura and friends don't have to go back outside? Suppose so. I was mostly lying my ass off back there after all. That mostly certainly is suspicious, though. Ah, Subakura, God, this is why you're such a pain. You pick on every little freaking word. Their way of talking has also changed. You sure you don't mind not playing innocent anymore? Yeah, sure. I guess you could call it that. Who exactly is this? Someone nasty. Real nasty. Not nearly as nasty as you, Subakura and Raku and Yabasabe Hulan. Are we that nasty? At least to you, we are, right, Suzumi? Even I am just a pest from your perspective, aren't I? You're a pest for the entire world. Wow, hearing that from everyone's favorite genius is gonna make me all embarrassed. This person is really strange. I can't get a good handle on their smell either. But it doesn't matter how much you compliment me, I'm still gonna kill you, you know. Even if their speech changed, they still say some pretty scary things. Whatever the case, Subakura, I'll assist you guys with everything I've got. Oh my, 3v1? On top of being a nasty opponent to begin with, too? I'm gonna deal with you for good this time. Hey, remind me, how long's it been since we actually went at it face to face? About as long as it's been since you wiped our memory back there. Ah, now that you mention it, I guess that counts too. What do you mean? Whatever, with this battle, we'll make everything clear. Cards, huh? Looks like you can use these things too. Oh yeah, Suzume can use them too, huh? Although I've been using them for a much longer time than you lot. Is it just me, or are the mysteries piling up pretty quick? There's no more need for pointless chatter. We'll settle this now. Okay, simple is best. You should put it into a lot of stuff. What? You think you've won already? What a bunch of idiots. Even though you've already lost. And welcome back. Again. So, yep. Not much to really say here. This is the end of the game. So, spoiler alert, I did not make it very far in this fight. So, just gonna let the dialogue go by. Suzume certainly is a character, aren't they? Yep. Nothing but complete silence. So I guess I could talk about... Yep, this will be the end of the series, I guess. Because I don't really have any desire to play this game anymore. Be nice if the arcade mode and stuff wasn't locked behind me having to beat this. But it is, so I'm not doing it. Man, I've been playing this game for a long time, haven't I? I think I've been playing it for like 2 weeks at this point. Like I said, I haven't like added up all the time, but it's been a lot. I played this game for far longer than I thought I would. So, I'm be honest, I don't really know what I'm playing after this. Nor do I know if I'm ever actually going to commentate again, because commentating has been kind of annoying. It requires me to play the game at a certain time of day, which is normally very early. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll do commentary again in the future, maybe I won't. There's a possibility that when school starts again, it'll be literally impossible for me to do commentary, so this might be the last time you hear my voice. Who knows? Like, besides that, I don't even know what I'm gonna play next, because, like, I've kind of, like, there's some Touhou fan games I can find for free. And if I play those, I don't know if I'm just gonna do what I normally did, where I try to make a 1cc out of it, and then share a replay, and if I can't do that, just do a recording of it. Or if I actually try to, like, play the game while talking, who knows? Other than that, it's like that's pretty much it. Because I was actually planning on doing that before I played these games, but then I ended up playing these games instead. It ended up going on for a lot longer than I thought it would. Yep. Starting your boss with timeout spell. What a thing to do. Especially when I've got no health and it wasn't stressful at all. Nope. Yeah, who knows what I play next. That's for future me to know and for current me to wonder. Quite a foreboding theme, isn't it? Look at all that alcohol in the top right corner. Oh, guys, I guess I was also talking about that. It took me until the extra stage to realize that the barriers in life is at the bottom of the screen. Yep, I thought the power meter at the right was health the entire time. Yep, I don't know how this UI works at all. But anyway, that's that. That is where I died. I died on the second attack of the third boss of the extra stage. And, yep, that's that. I'm not going to attempt this stage anymore, because I don't want to. Before I finish, I can look at what achievements I got. I cleared the story mode on easy or higher. That's what it's like starting out. Then I cleared the story mode on normal or higher. Let's start with the basics. Clear extra mode. Things have gotten pretty rough by now. Wow. 30. Clear the staff roll minigame. I don't know what that is. Defeat all bosses. Wow, I'm only 2 away from that. Ooh. Or I miss. I missed someone. Capture all bullet patterns. Complete all full boss fights in practice mode. I've never actually done practice mode in this game. I've seen one of the Shrine Team's endings. I've seen 2 of the new Emperor Team's endings. Right, that's what they're called. I just called them Fumikado. I just called them like Team Fumikado the whole time. Then I got no endings for everyone else. Then the secret team ending. Ooh, who could that be? Who knows? A bunch of clear extra alpha at level 200 or less. Absurdly extra at level 700 or less. Wow, there's not even a... So the extra with X. Collect over 30 million gallons of alcohol. Wow. Kill 100,000 small fry. Get all other achievements. You know, it's kind of funny when an achievement like that exists. It's just like... You know. Would I not... I don't know who I haven't beaten yet. Because it should just be one character. Should be Suzumi. The second. Permits reduced damage to immortal enemies. Sure, whatever, I got nothing else to spend this on. So there you go. That's an upgrade of 10 of every single character. Except one. Except Tsugumi, because this is useless. And I went up to 12 on Shion and 17 on Galvasalve. Getting a final level of 469. Nice. So, yep. I guess that's it for this series. It's, been pretty fun sometimes, been not so fun other times, but, you know, I was overall pretty glad I played it, I guess. So that's it for this.